Coming up on Aggie News, HBCU students receive racist messages after the election. See what North Carolina A&T is saying.
And news on a lighter note, we'll tell you about Aggie saving lives and serving the community this holiday season. We'll show you what giving back looks like in Greensboro.
We'll also hear how the newest entertainment host plans to keep the title secured for the greatest HBCU host in the nation. We talked with him about all of his plans.
Plus, our women's basketball team had a chance to make history in Corbett. We'll tell you how the game unfolded. So stay with us. We'll have all of those stories and more coming up right here on Aggie News.
Welcome to this week's edition of Aggie News Broadcast. I'm Olivia Brooks.
And I'm Caitlin Parker. We start off this morning with news regarding racist text messages received by black students after Election Day. The mysterious messages sent via cell phone has sparked concerns across the country. Political reporter Avery Patterson tells us the latest.
Greetings. You have been selected to pick cotton at the Nearest Plantation. Be ready at 12 a.m. November 13th sharp.
A&T student Tyree Brown isn't the only person that received a text like this the day after the election. It happened in at least 30 states across the country. As a response, A&T's counselors and the health center hosted a town hall event last Monday. Students were able to share their thoughts and suggestions for how admin should address the messages, as well as general feedback on how A&T leaders can promote positive well-being among students.
We need to do better at prioritizing mental health and setting boundaries within the A&T Aggies community.
The town hall was part of A&T's mission to ensure their HBCU students' voices are being heard. In Greensboro, North Carolina, Avery Patterson, Aggie News.
Unfortunately, there have been other hate messages, and this time it targets U.S. women. Misogynistic comments have circulated social media since Donald Trump became the president-elect last week. Women across the nation have faced online harassment and abuse following Vice President Kamala Harris's loss. According to the Institute for Strategic Dialogue, there has been a 4,600% increase in the mentions of terms, your body, my choice, and get back in the kitchen, in just a 24-hour period after the election.
On a lighter note, the holiday season is approaching and the Student Health Advisory Council is spreading the warmth throughout the Triad area. Aggie News reporter Alexis Cox has the story on how a little coziness and a lot of kindness can make this holiday season special for all.
As the semester wraps up, the Student Health Advisory Council hosted a cozy night of crafting blankets and scarves for the greater Greensboro community. With food, fun, movies, and hot cocoa, students came together to spread the warmth.
So today we have an event called Spread the Warmth, where we're making holiday cards and blankets for the Women's Resource Center in Greensboro. We are also decorating some gingerbread cookies as just like a mental health break, while also watching the movie Home Alone and enjoying some sweet treats.
Bringing warmth to our community, one blanket at a time.
That was beautiful. This warmed my heart for the start of the holiday season.
It's truly a great way to give back, and it seems that the gift-giving season is starting earlier this year. Well, as hunger remains a silent crisis in our community, two local organizations are once again leading the charge to support Greensboro this holiday season. Aggie News reporter Amaya Connell shows us how these organizations are taking a stand.
In America, over 16 million people are struggling with hunger. The Greensboro High Point area ranks number 14 in the nation for food insecurity. Organizations such as Second Harvest Food Bank and the Out of the Garden Project are working to reduce this number one meal at a time.
Opportunities like this are very important because it's a chance to give back to your community, as well as bringing awareness to food insecurity in America.
For the past 15 years, the Out of the Garden Project have built what is known as the largest independent food insecurity nonprofit in the Piedmont area of North Carolina, distributing over 325,000 meals a month.
This holiday season, many organizations are collaborating with Second Harvest Food Bank and the Out of the Garden Project, including our very own WXII 12 News, hosting many food drives throughout the year, with the next one being November 13th.
Each year, Second Harvest Food Bank of Northwest North Carolina distributes over 43 million pounds of food to people facing hunger. And right here at the Greensboro location, volunteers package 80,000 pounds of food a day.
I have a passion for community service, and I think it's important to show up and just help support others.
If you or anyone you know would like to volunteer at these amazing organizations this holiday season, please visit the websites below. Amaya Connell, Aggie News.
Our thanks to Amaya for that report. All right, we'll see you on the other side of the break with Ethan Pilson for local weather updates.
As well as more news for campus events that continue to impact the lives of college students right here on Aggie News. Stay with us.
Can you feel it? The feeling that this building brings out. It roams all through these sacred halls. It's always been here, and it's essential to our history. It's in every class. The students feel it, and even our professors feel it too. It guides us to constantly strive for excellence and to transform the ordinary into something that is extraordinary.
Comes on, 2K Ari, this is...
It brings out the best in us, and it forces us to face the world with our heads held high. Because here, nothing less than your best is accepted. So if you can feel it too, you need to be here. Here at North Carolina A&T State University, Journalism and Mass Communication.
Welcome back to Aggie News. I'm your local meteorologist, Ethan Pilson, here today with your Aggie weather forecast. After experiencing cool and wet conditions over the past few days, it looks like we are finally getting a break. We have a high pressure system making its way back into our area, bringing back stable and dry conditions across the Carolinas. Now this morning around 8 a.m., we start off cool with cloudy conditions. Temperatures across the state in the 40s and the 50s. So if you have an 8 a.m. class this morning or a morning jog you want to go on, you got to make sure you bundle up. Right now, outside of Greensboro, we're sitting at 58 degrees with cloudy conditions, but it feels like 53 out there because those winds are gusting up to 20 miles per hour. But further into the afternoon hours, the clouds will dissipate, bringing that sunshine out with a high of 63. And as for our highs across the state today, we're pretty much seasonal. We have Greensboro at 63, we have Raleigh a little cooler, and we have Charlotte at a high of 64. Tonight, we have clear conditions, wind gusts subside, but it will be chilly out there, low of 41. And let's look at our 5-day forecast. Saturday, sunny skies, high of 64, low of 41. Sunday through Tuesday, we are back to above normal temperatures with partly cloudy conditions, highs near the 70, and mostly cloudy on Wednesday, high of 68. Until next week, I'm Ethan Pilson, and it's back to you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Ethan. But it's definitely time to start carrying coats. However, that won't be the only load for college students. Did you know that research from Inside Higher Ed shows that HBCU graduates carry an average debt of more than $32,000, just 19% higher than that of non-HBCU graduates? Reporter Jordan Duncan takes us inside a budgeting seminar that is focused on lowering those figures. Jordan?
So, how do we know?
Learning to manage money was a goal at Merrick Hall this past Wednesday, where the Financial Management Association hosted an interactive financial budgeting workshop. Students gathered to gain valuable skills in budgeting and financial planning.
You can also encounter unplanned expenses.
Many students left the seminar equipped with tips and tactics to deal with high expense costs on a day-to-day basis.
The purpose of this event was to be able to improve our financial literacy of our Black community, because obviously there's a big wealth gap between us and our white counterparts, and for us to bridge that gap, we have to attend events about budgeting and be able to have a consistent budget.
I start with expenses first, just go over how much I would spend in the past couple months and average that together, and then make sure that 50% of my income, and then take the rest, just put it up into the investments, spending money, or saving.
To learn more about upcoming workshops and tips for financial success, join the NCAT chapter of Financial Management Association in Greensboro. Jordan Duncan, Aggie News.
So now that we have given you some intel on how to manage a budget, let's level up and get some tips on how to manage a business. Here with more is Aggie News correspondent Sydney Henry, who will tell us about an event hosted by COBE, the A&T Business and Economics College.
COBE, the College of Business and Economics on A&T's campus, hosted a business gala where students were guided on how to dress professionally while also staying true to their personal style. Students got to socialize and share their passion for business.
COBE is the College of Business and Economics here at North Carolina A&T, and one fun fact about COBE is that we are the #1 highest ranked graduate program for business in the nation.
At the end, students got to showcase some of their professional outfits. COBE has many organizations on campus, including Supply Chain Aggies, Aggie Toastmakers, Scholars of Finance. This is Sydney Henry, Aggie News.
Well, as you know, the entertainment on campus is serious business, and we recently found out that there is a new NCAT entertainment host. Aggie News correspondent Haley Pender got the chance to go one-on-one with him.
North Carolina A&T is known for cultivating some of the biggest voices in media, from Darren Brand to CDK on the mic to Terrence J. Sophomore SUAB host and Hot 10 artist, Deuce 2 Times has been making his talents known on campus too as a rapper and MC, hoping to follow in these alums' footsteps. He discussed his unique journey into campus prominence with me.
Transparently, I've always just been a very in-your-face, just very talkative person. So I feel like when hosting became a thing and when making music became a thing and getting myself into the light of people knowing, I feel like it just sort of just gravitated into that avenue of things. It was never like, oh, this is me and now I'm going to start doing this. It was just like, I sort of expected you to start doing this because of the type of person that you are, you know?
Deuce's biggest goal before graduating is hosting the official G-Ho pep rally. We wish him all the best of luck on his future endeavors. In Greensboro at North Carolina A&T, Haley Pender, Aggie News.
Thanks, Haley. We look forward to all of the fun events that will happen this year. So once you get your party on, then you must be in search of a little peace, and that is where the Office of Intercultural Engagement comes in. They recently held an event called the Enlightened Path, the Science of Spirituality. This gathering emphasized spiritual wellness practices for our Aggies. So let's turn to our co-anchor, Caitlin Parker, who will help us find our Zen.
The Office of Intercultural Engagement has found a way to combine science and spirituality. The office hosted an event titled The Enlightened Path, the Science of Spirituality, to teach students the scientific benefits of spiritual practices. The assistant director of the office spoke about her visions regarding Aggie wellness and spirituality.
Holistic healing. My hope is that they will find something from all of these different sessions that are going on, and they say, I love that, and they continue to use it to benefit their lives as students and beyond.
Other wellness organizations and food were also provided to students to increase their wellness experience. As final exam season approaches, students appreciated the ability to release tonight.
I feel more comfortable with actually expressing my emotions and finding new avenues instead of kind of just isolating or kind of shutting the world out.
That was some great stuff.
Yeah, it was really good to see Aggies out relaxing.
These tips will definitely come in handy when finals rolls around. Coming up after the break, one of your favorite binge-worthy shows is set to release its second season sooner than you think. We'll have that and more when Aggie News continues.
Let me tell you something about the tri-state area.
We have it all. Food, culture, business, the most unique people on the planet.
Diverse neighborhoods have diverse needs.
What happens here is just as vital as what happens here. That's why we live in the communities we serve.
Reporting for the communities we serve. So when big things happen, you get the answers you need now.
We know this because we live here too.
Welcome back. You're watching Aggie News. Okay, television fans, we've got a lot to look forward to. Netflix has released the trailer for the highly anticipated second season of Squid Game. The second season of the South Korean survival thriller is set 3 years after Seon Ji-han won Squid Game. He gives up on going to the United States and returns with a new resolution in mind. The survivalist once again dives into the mysterious game, starting another life or death challenge. With new participants, and this time the prize money is $38 million. Squid Game is set for release December 26th.
Moving to more entertainment news, last week, entrepreneur and rapper Trillion visited with students here on campus. Trillion is the son of rap music legend Busta Rhymes and visited A&T as a part of his HBCU tour. Already an accomplished businessman, Trillion is currently at another HBCU, Lincoln University, and a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. He took the time to explore A&T's campus, meet with students, and provide a sit-down interview with WNAA 90.1 for an on-air interview. Trillion spoke about how important time management was to accomplishing your goals, making this another inspirational experience for the future leaders here on campus.
Okay, can we talk about hair? For many, hair is more than just a style. It's a symbol of culture, identity, and pride. The Natural and Proud Society, along with Aggie Men and Men on the Move, recently hosted the Brothers Barbershop event to celebrate the power of black hairstyles. Participants learned about the significance of hair in a professional space and the importance of maintaining pride in one's natural hair. The event also connected attendees with barbers and braiders, making hair care more accessible. Stay with us. There's more after this.
Let me tell you something about the tri-state area.
We have it all. Food, culture, business, the most unique people on the planet.
Diverse neighborhoods have diverse needs.
What happens here is just as vital as what happens here. That's why we live in the communities we serve.
Reporting for the communities we serve. So when big things happen, you get the answers you need now.
We know this because we live here too.
Welcome back to Aggie News. We're here to bring you more updates. Now with our sports reporter, Micah Cannon. Micah, can you fill us in on the latest happenings in sports for Aggie Land?
Thanks, Caitlin. Well, to get the ball rolling, a new bowling star on campus is knocking down all the pins in conference competition for the Aggies. The future is bright for freshman rising star Victoria White. In their last meeting, she walked away with the Freshman Bowler of the Week award, and this time she came forward all this week, earning the MEAC Bowler of the Week award. She helped lead the team go undefeated this meet by converting 17 of her 22 makeable spares, having a 64.3 strike percentage, and had the best field percentage at 90%. White and the Lady Bowling Aggies return to action this weekend, November 15th at Tulane University, November 15th to the 17th at Tulane University. From bowling to basketball, there's nothing more exciting than the possibility of our own history being made. On November 12th, our Lady Aggies had the chance to do just that as they welcome in the number 15 Tar Heels to Corbett Arena. They also hope to secure their first ever Power 5 victory in school history. Students, alum, and even the reporters were all up and at it for what was arguably the most anticipated game in North Carolina A&T's women's basketball program history. Our Lady Aggies welcome in the nationally ranked number 15 North Carolina Tar Heels in the Corbett for the first time ever on Tuesday, while also having the chance to get their first ever Power 5 victory in the program and possibly become one of the few HBCU teams to be a Power 5 team. The Aggies were able to keep the game very competitive early with some physical defense and high-pressure offense that operated both in the paint and in the mid-range. However, the Tar Heels' guard play and shooting remained incredibly efficient as they went into the second half with a 14-point lead. The second half went completely off the rails as the Aggies were completely overwhelmed on the defensive side of the ball as the Tar Heels erupted for 19 fourth-quarter points. Unfortunately, our Lady Aggies would suffer a 47-66 defeat, putting them at an 0-3 record for the season. However, on the bright side, freshman Paris Locke scored a game-high 15 points and snagged 8 rebounds. Our next game is to be considered a must-win as our Lady Aggies will travel down to Macon, Georgia for a matchup with the 1-2 Mercer Bears. Now, let's talk about some more positive things our athletes are doing away from sports. Baseball has always been more than a sport for some of our A&T student athletes. Now they're using their platform to help uplift the community of Greensboro.
Sophomore A&T baseball players Justin Taylor and Ellis Reed recently launched their nonprofit organization Playbook for Progress, an organization geared to the underprivileged youth in Greensboro, giving them access to sports while fostering their faith, personal growth, and academic success. Ellis Reed described his want to leave an impact as the motivation for the start of the organization, as well as wanting to leave a legacy leaving campus better than they found it. Justin Taylor shared about the opportunity to be a leader for the youth, saying, "I just want to give the kids somebody they can look up to. These players are hitting it out the park with this nonprofit, all while in preparation for their 2025 spring season." For updates on the nonprofit, follow their Instagram at Playbook for Progress. Thank you for tuning in to this week's section of Aggie Primetime Sports. I'm Theo Tolan with Aggie News.
These players are making impressions on the future with the nonprofit, all while in preparation for their future 2025 spring season. Well, guys, do you see that our athletes are doing big things not only on the field with their talent, but also with their leadership and service?
Absolutely. It looks like the future is very bright for our Aggie athletes. Well, the holiday season is in full swing at North Carolina A&T. We're giving back, spreading cheer, and making things bright. On Monday, students brought their holiday spirit as they gathered for the 7th annual tree lighting ceremony. They enjoyed good music, great energy, and plenty of Aggie pride.
The North Carolina A&T Gospel Choir truly stole the show with an amazing performance. However, the tree is not just a holiday decoration. It's a symbol of hope, unity, and strength of the Aggie family. We wish everyone love, peace, and safety throughout the season.
That's right, Olivia. During this holiday season, let's take a moment to reflect on the true spirit of the holidays: giving, being thankful, and of course, forgiveness. What a perfect way to kick off the holidays here in Aggie Land. So we leave you on that happy and high note. Thanks for joining us on Aggie News.
Happy holidays.